Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? Let me tell you a quick little story that has nothing and everything to do with the future of our world and how you fit into it. In 1917, the United States faced a huge problem. They were working hard to compete in the industrialized economy, and there was a shortage. Not a shortage of oil or coal or other natural resources, a shortage of people. Specifically, obedient factory workers. The solution to this economic dilemma? It was an experiment of sorts. It hadn't been done before, until someone thought of it. Mandatory public school. Unfortunately, the initial purpose of the United States public school system was not to inspire children or generate scholars. And it wasn't created for dreamers, people who color outside the lines, break the rules, and challenge the status quo. The public school system of the early 1900s was invented to create a nation full of adults who would obediently do their jobs in the factory assembly lines. Teaching kids to sit in straight rows and scheduling the entire day with the ringing of bells wasn't by chance. Punishing those who didn't conform was purposeful. These were the skills they would need to join the labor force. Intentional or not, this early method of turning dreamers into workers was an investment in the nation's economic future. And it worked. This then led to several generations of productive, fully employed workers. But it isn't working anymore. Why? Our economy has changed. We don't live in an industrialized economy anymore. We live in a connected economy. Right now, there are more users on Facebook than there were people on the planet 200 years ago. Technology has made it possible for us to connect with people, ideas, and information from anywhere in the world instantaneously. And as a result, our economies have expanded from localized towns and communities to the entire world. We have globalized trade in nearly every way. In the past, the obedient, do-what-you're-told without question people were rewarded for working hard and putting their dreams aside in order to toe the line. They were given well-paying jobs that led to long-term careers. They were guaranteed pensions, benefits, and the promise that they would always be taken care of. And they were. But that promise is gone for most of us today. Even if you have a white-collar job, the majority of white-collar workers are still working in a factory. Instead of operating a sewing machine or welding a widget, they now push pencils, type on keyboards, or process paperwork. It's still factory work because the entire focus of the day is spent on increasing productivity, which leaves little room for creativity, spontaneity, or individuality. The educated, hard-working masses are still doing what they're told, but they're no longer getting what they deserve. Even if you do everything you are told to do today, graduate from high school, go to college, get a degree, work hard in whatever job you can find, if you're lucky enough to find one, you're not guaranteed anything. Companies are being forced to change or die right now. Layoffs happen much more often than job openings appear, and the highest paying jobs are disappearing or heading overseas at an alarming rate. If you have a job where your boss tells you exactly what to do, he or she will always find someone cheaper than you to do it. Did you know that the average length of a job today is about 4.5 years? Contrast that to the 1960s when it was 40 years. The connected economy rewards a different group of people. It rewards the people who see things differently, who don't conform, people who have ideas that no one else has, people who are willing to work hard but know that the old way of doing things is broken. The connected economy rewards you not for being a cog in the wheel of life, but for standing up and reaching out. The connected economy rewards the connectors. Whether it's connecting a person to a person, a business to a business to a product, or a product to a person, those who learn how to connect are the ones who will survive and excel in the connected economy. That is how the world has changed. It's not about to change, It already has. Things are different now, and they're not going back to the way they used to be. Look at Facebook. What's their product? It's you. Your network, your information, your ideas, they all have value. Does Facebook pay you for the money they make selling your information to advertisers? No. But we still use it because we have an innate desire to connect with people. In fact, neuroscientists have found that we are actually hardwired to connect with each other. Some people know how to leverage this innate ability in today's economy, but most don't. And because they don't know how to do it, most of them are paralyzed with fear, resisting the shift, despite clear indications telling them it's time to change. In 1917, a group of people performed an experiment that forever changed the way that we earned a living. The world today is facing another huge problem. We're facing a shortage of our own. Not a shortage of factory workers or consumers. The world has enough of those. We have a shortage today of dreamers and connectors. And so, we're holding our own little experiment. And you happen to be the subject of it. This 8-minute presentation was specifically designed to seek out and find the connectors around us. Those who recognize that we are on the brink of the next economic revolution, who are ready to thrive in the connected economy, and who are searching for the best way to do it. The internet and technology are rapidly changing the way that we do everything today, including how we make a living. It's not too late to embrace the change and find a way to make yourself relevant and profitable in our brave new world. And that's why we've invited you here today. We've created something that rewards you for connecting. It pays you for bringing people together behind a cause, product, or idea. And we have systematized it and made it so that you can do it from anywhere with anyone at any time. If you are passionate about helping people, if you are passionate about changing lives, if you want to position yourself to be a capitalizing force within the connected revolution instead of just a bystander, let's start now. Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? How about the moment you realized you could change with it?
Ready for Revolution. I definitely remember that time and that day for me. It was February 6th, 2020. I hope my whole life changed when I became free. I want everybody in Facebook land, on social media networks, and on this platform here in the chat room, please, those of you who are enjoying freedom on this day, enjoying the freedom celebration of Mr. Ty Best, please type in your freedom date now. And I want to welcome all of you to the mighty wealth building event. I'm your brother and friend, Brother Eric Toure Muhammad, and I'm more than excited, more than honored, and more than happy, giddy, if you will, just to be here for this opportunity and share with you this life-changing event. Life-changing because it's going to be informative. Life-changing because it's going to be uplifting. Life-changing because it's going to give you the option. It's going to show you the choice that you can make to control your legacy, to control your wealth, to control your fortune, to build the economy right in your own home. Because I understand, as you all understand, that we need a better way. And if you're looking for that better way, which I have no doubt because you're here this afternoon, then you're absolutely in the right place. And again, we welcome you. And as you look at the Facebook and you look at the comments and you look at the chat room here on goldrocks.info, Planet Gold Rocks as I call it, you see all those amazing dates that are populating on the screen when people realized their freedom, the day they were able to retire their jobs, the day they were able to fire their so-called boss and become boss of your own life. That's right. You're a leader on two legs walking. Just a little bit about myself. My wife and I, Sister Falami, we're both Karatbars independent affiliates. I'm a product of the movement family for freedom, justice, and equity. My father is Kwame Ture. Some of y'all know him as Stokely Carmichael. I'm a follower of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, a contributor to the Nation of Islam publication, the Final Call newspaper, and I'm a team member of Kafani Radio International Network, where we celebrate everything from self-improvement, community development, all the way up to health and wealth maintenance and legacies. So again, we welcome all of you. And you see in all those pictures there, from the Team Freedom Mastermind Group, all the way through our leadership, Mr. Ty Best, Mr. Dalco, my wife who sponsored me, and my father, and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. You see, I have a deep, deep, deep appreciation for mentorship. I have a deep appreciation for being that student, because being a student allows you to expand your world, expand your horizons, to embrace the dream. And I would not know what dreaming is on this level, in this capacity, without the man I'm about to show you on the screen today. In fact, he said something in the previous power call. Thank you, Mrs. Maxine Jones, for a wonderful power call. And he said something. He quoted George Benson. I'm old enough to remember that song. It was a theme of the soundtrack of The Greatest for Muhammad Ali's life story, movie story. And he cited the song, The Greatest Love of All. And he said, the greatest love of all, Mr. Best I'm talking about, is a dream bigger than yourself. And I want to thank him personally and his wife, Mrs. Valerie Best, and their children for paying forward, You know, we talk often about giving roses while we live, giving flowers while we yet live. Well, this wonderful power couple have planted rose bushes and trees and gardens all over the world by encouraging us to dream. So I have nothing but praise and thanks to the God for the value of this couple to the world. Founders of Wealth Builders Worldwide, Mr. and Mrs. Tyrone and Valerie Best. Mr. Best today is celebrating his 25th Freedom Day. I'm talking about Freedom Anniversary Day. He's actually celebrating his, let me see here. I got it. That's right. His 9,125th day of freedom. Here's this for you, Mr. Best. I just had to get that in. Mr. and Mrs. Best, 37 years of freedom between the two of them, and more than 100 years of freedom inside the Best household. They know how to do it, family, and they're showing us each and every day. You know the power of what they have and the power of what we have with them being in our midst. Many of us learn about these facts and learn about these type of success stories after they're gone. We read about it in books and biographies in schools and what other people have done, other leaders have done. And we say, if I coulda, woulda, shoulda, if I only met him, if I only had the opportunity to sit at his or her feet, if I only had the opportunity to walk with him. Well, you're in that day and you're in that hour right now where you can walk not only with them, but their proteges, because fruit does not fall far from the tree. Power couples are being born every day. My wife and I hope to be one of those monumental power couples in this world. But I'm telling you, there's another one right here that I'm looking at right now, not right now, but right now. Ladies and gentlemen, on your screen is Mr. and Mrs. Michael and Monisha Dalco. They are some of the highest earners in the opportunity of Karatbars International, but more importantly, they understood the process and understand the process of duplication. They understand the process of following in the footsteps of others, and they too pay forward. It is their mighty example that's showing us this wealth building, this magnificent wealth building opportunity, and are leading by the example. They are longtime incentive winners in the world of Karatbars. You know, their 4 of their 5 children are free as well. The 5th is free to make a choice. She's active in the military right now, but what do you think she's going to do when she comes up out of there? Listen, family, the whole world has an opportunity in this moment of crisis, and I want to welcome you to it because you found your way here today, and you need to applaud and thank those who invited you to this opportunity. How do we get started? Simply, we just register for our free gold savings account. That free gold savings account puts you in business literally in 149 countries. You are literally a card holder of the greatest opportunity of wealth transfer known to modern man. You get to save and appreciate gold. I'm talking about real money, the real money. I heard Mrs. Sherry Brown say in the previous call how her granddaughter said, Grandma, or I think it was Nana, but she says, you know, real people gave me fake money. And she was citing the US dollar. And that's wow, that's the reality all over the world. Do you know that everywhere in the world they're governed by a piece of paper, a piece of cotton or linen, as Mr. Wendell Osborne says? And today you have the opportunity to save in the pure asset. You're able to do what the wealthy have always done. You're able to do what the manipulating rich are doing and not telling you. You're able to save in pure 24 karat gold. I'm talking about 999.9 pure gold. It's the tier one asset in the finance arena. This means that it's a no risk asset. You're investing into yourself by handling and getting that gold. But how do you make your money? Well, I'm glad you asked. See, because the value of the gold you keep and you allow it to grow. As you duplicate, however, as you share with others how to do what you're doing, which is opening your free gold savings account and saving in gold, they doing it as well will earn you a residual income. How much, how big, how large is just a matter of the size of your dream. And if you're willing to embrace desire, determination, and discipline behind your dream, guess what you'll be? You'll be successful. And the definition of success, folks, I want you to hear it here. If you never heard it before, you're hearing it first here. I gave credit the last few days, but I always give credit to Mr. Best. But beyond him, no. Mr. Best says success is the study of the obvious. There's nothing mandatory in this opportunity. Everything is optional. And again, there is no cost to register. So you need a plan. You're on this call today because you want us, even though you may not consciously be aware of what it is you want. Something drove you here, okay? And you were driven here because there's a plan to be introduced to you. There's an option to be introduced to you. There's a better you waiting to come to the stage, and you're prepping for it now. Because you have to analyze where you've been in life by looking at where you are right now. Where are you in life right now? Where would you like to be in the future? And if you continue to do the same thing for the next 10 years that you've done for the last 10 years, will you reach your goals? The next 10 years are so uncertain if you're dependent upon what you've seen and what you've done and who you followed and who you allowed to lead you over the last 10 years. You have to live in the now. We have to live in the now, and we now have the opportunity for you because you can't continue to do what you've always done. There's just not enough time. Big ups to all those that bring a new life into the world today. There's a lot of tragedy going on. There's a lot of suffering going on. But in the midst of all that, the Creator is just continuously producing more life, brighter eyes, brighter smiles, big dimples, gums with no teeth. What kind of conversation will you have with them in this new world, in this new day, in this new age? It can't be what puts you in the position you're in today. I'm talking about those who are literally suffering and struggling about how they're going to maintain. The conversation can't go, you'll go to school for 12 years, college for 4 more years, and you'll work until you die because you're going to stay broke, and then you're going to have to continuously just struggle and toil. You're going to retire and go back to work. I mean, no, that can't be the reality, and it does not have to be your reality. So don't fret. Don't fret, but don't tarry. Okay, we're going to show you how to work cheerfully in this opportunity and have no fear. Okay, so what has happened in the past 21 years of education we've gone through, only to find ourselves hustling backwards. Hustling backwards meaning all the debt we incurred as students, as non-employed or non-income producing people. Now we have to get the income that we're producing from the job to pay off all the debt from the previous 21 years. Everything is downsized. We found ourselves moving from our big dream to just existing. We found ourselves moving out of that fine home we got when we bought it because we thought we had the money, but we really didn't, because gold is money. Everything else is credit. So the debt drove us into smaller dreams. The debts drove us into crushed dreams. The debts drove us into downsizing our realities, our existence. You know, now instead of having a fine home, we have a group home. We have all the generations living under one roof, which isn't bad if you have the expanse. But if you got 7, 8 people, 9 people, 10 people living in a 2-bedroom house, that can be quite constraining. You see, so we need a better way, and that better way is here for you, and we're going to show it to you. But we're emphasizing you cannot continue to do what you've always done. If this is your reality, you know what else is going to be your reality? You're going to come out of retirement and find yourself going back to the workplace. And you know what else is going to be the reality? You're not going to retire. You're not going to be debt free until you're resting in peace. And that is not the way. And resting in peace, that's a term, but look, you're leaving your children, you're leaving your family, you're leaving your future, your current debt. You don't want that reality for yourself any more than you want it for them. So we're going to show you how to set the stage today, family, because you don't have enough time to keep doing the same thing. There are 4 keys to wealth building, and Wealth Builders Worldwide shows you those keys. We create residual income. We help you to accumulate appreciating assets. We already told you gold is money. Gold is an asset, folks, tier 1. Now, what is an asset? An asset is an instrument of value that appreciates over time, meaning it continues to grow. It continues to earn and gain value. Regardless to whom or what, gold will maintain value. Why? Because gold is an indestructible, incorruptible metal. And it's been money for thousands of years because the creator produced it. Now, you may not think there's not enough in the world, but I guarantee you, you're a part of a world of abundance, and you were created from a creator of abundance, and you are literally a child of abundance. So happy birthday to you, because you're about to grow into your birthright, because embracing this opportunity, it will allow you to outrun, outpace, and outdistance inflation. And the home-based business is the only opportunity that helps you to 100% fully take advantage of the tax codes, because the tax codes were written for those who contribute to the economy. You don't contribute to the economy as an employee. You barely contribute to the economy as a self-employed. However, when you embrace a system and embrace the home-based business, you contribute so strong and so powerfully that you now gain the benefits of the wealthy, and you don't find yourself on the wrong side of the monopoly board.
Oh my gosh.
Where's all your money gone, Donnie?
Taxes. 9, 10, 11. Let me fix my houses.
Bug, it's okay. It's part of the game.
No, it's not. It's not fun.
It's not fun to what?
It's the worst part of the game.
It's what?
Taxes.
Ooh-wee, that fella understands what he learned on the monopoly board as a child. All he needs to learn now is the option, and he'll be on the other side of that board. He'll be fixing his houses. Okay, look, taxes could take as much as 40% of the income you work so hard for over the course of your career. That's only if you don't know and understand the power and the leverage that you have in your possession today. You have the opportunity today, right now. So what do I mean by that? What is your tax responsibility? See, because as an employee, you literally find yourself positioned to pay up to 40% of all the tax that all the taxes within your income bracket. If you're a self-employed, meaning if you own the job, 60% of what you earn, you can find it going towards taxes. So owning a job is not necessarily the ticket, folks, because neither one of them gives you the leverage of time. None of them give you the leverage of time, so therefore you don't have full power of your money. We're going to show you what we mean in just a second, because when you embrace a system and allow the efforts of others to build for you, like corporations do right now in your midst, like governments do right now in your midst, you minimize your tax responsibilities and you grow your wealth. Then you can now do the thing that the wealthy absolutely do. You can now invest into yourself and make money work for you instead of you having to punch a clock to work for it. But you have to know what money is. We're going to get to that. See, because when you leverage business and maximize the B and the I side of this quadrant, meaning when you maximize having a system that works for you, investing in yourself, and allowing money to work for you, you will be free. What do we do about that? Boy, y'all asked the good questions. I see another question in the chat. Yes, that's an old school jam. Free Man, Southside Commission produced that track. So that's what I played in honor of Mr. Best Day. I didn't play the whole track because what the chorus spoke to it itself. So linear income and residual income. What's the difference? Linear income is what you earn between the time you punch in and the time you clock out. That means there's nothing coming to you prior to clocking in, and there's nothing coming after you clock out. That's linear income. That's known as the economic flatline. See, because the one thing linear income does not do for you, it doesn't grow and outpace the cost of living. A passive income, however, is an income that earns from you whether you clock in or not. So that can literally support what you're doing. You may love your job. You may like what you do, and that's fine. But wouldn't you like to have an additional $2,000, $3,000 a month? You can do that in this opportunity residually. All you have to do is open your mouth. Remember these initials. We're going to come back to them. STM. That's your homework assignment. It's really an open book test because we're going to show you. All right. So you have a job. You have a job. However, what if you traded? You've traded your time freedom for what you perceived as money. And you got to know the falsehood behind this thing we call money. Because what we call money does not hold value, it does not store your labor, and it doesn't handle any bills in your household. I don't care how much you make. It's never going to be enough. At the end of your check, you're going to have more days left than you do in the month than you have money. Employees sell their time for it. You get very little of it, and you have absolutely no leverage of your time to do other things that will allow you to live a more wholesome and complete life. Self-employed suffers the same thing, unfortunately. Oh, you earn a little more money. You still won't be able to accomplish anything that you want to do obligation-wise. Not much. But now you're not only selling your time for money, your time freedom, but now you're burdened with the responsibilities away from your home. So now you have a household you have to maintain that you probably never see. And then you'll see you have to maintain a business, opening doors, closing the doors, cutting the power on, cutting the power off, doing payroll, bringing inventory, handling employee issues, squabbles, what have you, building client base so people will come and get your product or benefit from your service. That is like double, triple time. In the meantime, your family might be falling apart and you won't even know. So it may not be the best way unless you're one of these great strategic minds who found a way to create what they call a life balance. Well, okay, it can work on that side of the quadrant. That side of the quadrant, that ES, E stands for employee up there, S stands for, here it is, E stands for employee there, S stands for self-employed. In my mind, because I came from it, ES, extreme suffering. I'm on the other side of the quadrant. That's the side I want you to get to today. I want you to build your business. I want you to enjoy the passive income that is not dependent upon your presence in the brick and mortar, on the clock. It does not require your presence. Your own system allows people to work with you. It allows others to possibly work for you. But more importantly, you have now leveraged your time. Your time is redeemed to yourself. You can now spend it in the way that you like and build a successful wealth base. You're already on that side of it now where you minimize the tax base. So when the tax base goes down, or responsibility goes down, your wealth goes up. And now you can successfully invest into yourself. Now, I've already said how a linear income cannot outgrow the cost of living. Every tick of the clock, folks, debt is being calculated. Your dollar bill, when you look at the dollar bill, it has a set of serial numbers on it. Those serial numbers track the amount of debt in the economy. Your Social Security number tracks the amount of debt you move. It's a system of poverty, folks. And poverty is punishment for a crime you did not commit. Our job is to relieve you of that punishment. Our job is to relieve you of that atrocity. Our job is to relieve you of that scam that has you caught up in a fraud of a fraudulent promise that they can never give. You're living inside of a debt system that can never repay their debts. So how can you get a handle of yours? You have to know what money is. And that's the power of the tutelage of the best household. They gave this man, Mr. Michael L. Dalco, and his wife, Mrs. Monisha Dalco, an understanding of what real money is. Mr. Dalco, in his brilliance, he says that the definition of money is anything that that's defined as money must be a store of value. It must store your labor. It must be worth as much or more in the future as it is today. Now, you know personally you're worth much more today than you were yesterday. Why? Because your experience that you've gleaned, who you see, who you've embraced, what you've studied, how you've toiled, your skill sets, whatever you've done in life is all added to the resume of life. So you're a better person today in terms of knowledge base. Whether we use it, whether we ignore what we achieve, that can be disputed. But your knowledge base is so much stronger today. It's stronger from when you first took on that job, but now they hired you for a service. They're not hiring you for your value. So you're always behind the 8 ball trying to figure out how to make things meet because you know you're worth more. You give ideas to the job, but the job won't respect your ideas. Why? Because the job is like crabs in a barrel. They don't want to elevate you to their space. They want to regulate you so they can enjoy the residual that they enjoy as a corporation. You may get to be a mid-level manager. You may be, when I say mid-level now, I don't mean assistant manager, even though you can be a manager, but that's still mid-level because the CEOs, the CFOs, the COOs, the chairmen of the board, the presidents, you may not ever be one of them. And you're definitely not going to own it. We have a system for you that allows you to do that. So we learn how to store our value in gold. Mr. Warren Buffett, one of the world's greatest economists and investors, he said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. There's no doubt about that. And that's why we introduced the residual income and define the linear income. We want you on the other side. We want to cure that disease known as tuberculosis. We want to show you the wealth building strategy that will grow your wealth, maintain your wealth, and leverage the income in your household. I want you, and we want you to be the head of your household. Everything in your household you control except the economy. Now you have the opportunity to do it because in our group economic strategy, we combine both leverage and exponential growth. Now, there's a wealth principle that I'm going to introduce here. J. Paul Getty is America's first documented billionaire, right? He said that I would rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own efforts. That's a science, folks. That's someone who embraced the system, the very system that I've been talking to you about, a system where you benefit from working with others and others working for you. And look, this is the thing. In this system, it literally allows you to help them and you get paid for it. We operate out of the number one secret. We pay ourselves first, not last. We understand that if we exchange declining paper dollars for the world's best tier 1 asset, like we said, gold, you will literally change the trajectory of your financial disposition. See, the working class mentality is a spend, then save mentality, but we're wealthy and we're showing you how to do it because we learned the secret and it allows us to save and invest as well as circulate the money. Yeah, we use it, but we don't spend it. Spending it, you're wishing it away. That's condemnation of your own economy when you spend and let it go. It doesn't come back. Look, it don't even feel right. Spend. But circulate, it stays with you. Spend, not the ticket. So there are money moving habits that we were trained into, okay? 40,000 hours of programming have gone into our training through what they call education, our training into what society has dictated for us, our training because we believe we're just born this way and this is what we're going to do. And we never ventured outside of that scope. But developing new habits into who we're around, you're going to find as you grow in your wealth, your communities will get a little smaller, a little more specialized, a little more focused to help a greater good. So what we do is we retrain the brain. We develop new habits through our behaviors and activities, and it allows us to save gold almost like an addiction. I look at the things that cost today, and it may be minuscule to some people, but I think it's too pricey because I can find its value in 1/10 of a gram of gold. I don't want to spend $10 on that. I want to exchange that for gold. Why? Because that $10 a day in gold, that 1/10 of a gram of gold today could be $300-400 tomorrow. Your $10 bill can't be anything but what it says on the piece of paper. And the purchasing power is less than what it says on the piece of paper. But gold will never put you in that position. And you can have it. So we retrain the brain. We create all the influences to retrain it. We make the mental, the physical, the emotional, and spiritual work in concert with each other, as opposed to all working together to help the physical in the hamster wheel. You see, your mental, your emotional, your spiritual, all combined in that side of the hamster wheel, that rat race, and we're running in that rat race, going nowhere, just going round and round, and all the energy is spent in keeping you up, to keep you running, where your mental, your emotional, and your spiritual give all into the physical, and overtaxing the physical and draining the mental, the spiritual, and the emotional. That's why our households are so distressed, because we can't see a way to make things work, because we don't know that the 99% of all of our problems is an economic, financial issue in the household. We're arguing about things that aren't as relevant because we don't know the reality, because we embrace the fraud, we embrace the scam. So when you change the neural pathways in your brain, you will change your life, folks. We're going to show you how to do that right now. Caraballs International allows you to develop financial security and independence right in your household. It's a hedge against times of crisis, and it all starts for free. Your free gold savings account. All you got to do is sign up and get busy. See, Caraballs International is based in Stuttgart, Germany. All right, it was founded in 2011, and we are the world's largest providers of gold, pure gold, 999.9, 24 karat grade, K rather. It's the grade of gold that nations use to settle debt all around the world. It's the gold that the bankers are hoarding now, and they're trying to get you to play with paper. They hoard the gold because assets are used to settle debts. And you can get it through Caraballs International in small, friendly, transaction-friendly ways. We're just across from Mercedes-Benz headquarters there, and we have a great relationship with them. If you don't believe us, ask the Dalcos. You'll see why in a minute. Look, this is our CEO and founder, the visionary, Dr. Harold Constantine Seiss, the author of The Future of Money, as well as Thinking Big or Think Big. And his mission, and I quote, "My mission is to produce the highest quality gold available in the market, make it easily accessible to the masses of honest people around the world at a price point everyone can afford." Thank God for you, sir. My goal is that Caraballs helps millions find financial freedom from the current system of debt. And Dr. Seiss has helped us to do just that. Now, all these other experts agree. 2 of the 4 never told us anything. JP Morgan says gold is money, everything else is credit. Yeah, but he didn't tell us, and he introduced a credit-based system, saved all the gold, hoarded all the gold, and takes your houses, repos your cars, closes your businesses, because you can't repay in real money what they gave you on a piece of paper. Alan Greenspan printed that paper from 1987 through 2006. He's been a part of almost every major economy crash. And the system that he put in place is the one that everyone is utilizing right now, meaning governments. They're just printing more and more paper, more and more paper. As a matter of fact, a report that Mr. Dalco released, $826 billion, I believe, was printed in paper beyond America's ability to back. Lord have mercy. Dr. Miles Monroe lived till 2014, a great pastor, great motivational speaker. He's a great entrepreneur. He told us to get gold now and lock it down. Many of you know Sean P. Diddy Combs, great entertainer, great business mind. You know, he says, I'm transferring to gold now. Flowers while you live. He's paying for it. He's telling you in advance what it is you need to do. This is how you can do it. Here's our gold. All right, our Cash Gold card is equipped with a blacklight authentication feature. It's physical gold, folks. It's not, you know, it's not fake. There's no letter that you hold. No, you can literally have the gold in your hand. I have some around here now, short of time, but we have some, okay? You can get it, right? It's physical gold. You can leave it stored on the account in Karatbars International, or with a click of a button, you can have it shipped directly to your home. It's also digital because we can use it like a digital currency to purchase within our ecosystem. Don't think that's foreign now. America has been on a digital currency system for the last 40 years. It's convertible because Cash Gold can be exchanged for cash within the ecosystem without having it shipped home to you. Now, there's a lot of talk about cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin and all that kind of stuff. I want you to understand that that's a very real consideration, because $40 billion a day is transferred back and forth, traded back and forth between that world of crypto by this thing called Tether and US Tether, the stable coins, right? Look, you can go to many professionals today and their option for payment is found in Bitcoin. You know, yeah, you can pay in cash. Wow, you can pay gold and silver, because Mr. Greenspan said gold is accepted everywhere. I told you he knew it. He just didn't tell us. Even a Macy's card, they're taking Visa, MasterCard, debit. But look, Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency, the one that their world slept on. Now they have all these kind of discussions. You know, we need to develop a coin that'll give us, put an asset, a hard asset behind it, where it will hold its value. Yeah, well, y'all a little late on that, because our gold, like I told you, we have it, but we also have our gold stable coin. V999 pure gold covered stable coin. You're going to be a part of that revolution, and you're going to learn more about it once you register for your free gold savings account. Let's take you to our compensation plan before we conclude. Listen, we're not financial advisors, okay? This presentation is not designed to give you financial advice. The following examples are for calculations for illustration purposes only, and is not a guarantee of income. We already told you how you can guarantee your income. It's about embracing the dream, having the desire, the determination, and the discipline to realize it, okay? You have bonuses associated with your free gold savings account. It's free and you're getting bonuses. Look, what happens is you get your account and then you start saving in gold. You sponsor 5 people to do at least what you're doing, and you can earn up to 6% commission on a monthly basis. You get paid months a month, and for how long? Forever, into infinity. You also have the dual system. Our dual system unlocks the entire compensation plan to you in the world of Karatbars, because you're already saving in gold. You're saving in that magnificent cash gold that we make available to you. And then you can exchange that cash gold, portions of it, for one of these beautiful status bearing packages. These packages produce profits for you. They help you earn through matching gold bonuses and matching cash bonuses, as well as direct commissions. Now, I need to share with you and help you understand this, just to drive the nail in a little further. When you have a job, you earn a wage. However, when you have a profit, you earn a fortune. And we're in the position to show you how to get that fortune. You just got to step up to the plate. You know, here's the gold match that comes along with it. From our packages, everywhere from the VIP package to the bronze status package, all the packages carry gold. However, all the packages, with exception of one, provide a gold matching bonus. That means if someone acquires a package from you, you in turn will get a match in gold for rewarding you for them earning the right to earn. And then you have the direct commission. Now, the direct commission, this is where you can easier see where the combination of leverage and exponential growth occurs. Because you already have your gold, you're saving in gold, you've now acquired a package, you unlock the entire opportunity to yourself. So now you leverage yourself with gold because you're exchanging paper dollars for it. But now you're making the package available to other people. And when they get a package, you get a 10% commission. When they make it a package available for the next person, you get a 3% commission. And when that next person makes available for that next generation of people, you get a 2% commission. So that's leverage, folks, all the way through. But that's an example of exponential growth. Maybe you see the exponential better this way. I don't tell just one person, I tell 10 people. And when I tell 10 people, they do exactly what I've done by telling them, they're going to duplicate what I do. And now I'll earn a 3% commission off of 100 people. And those 100 people will do exactly what I told those 10 to do. And what's going to happen? I'm going to earn a 2% commission off of 1,000 people. And we incentivize this whole effort all the way through because you have those discount cards. There's discount cards that come with the opportunity. One is a discount card that allows you to earn a discount against the gold you save for yourself. And then the other discount gives a 10% discount against all the packages we have available. So your package of 4,900 euros is now 490 euros less because you have a 10% discount. The power in it, your commission is not discounted. You get a commission against the listed price of the opportunity. Ooh, that's leveraging exponential growth, folks. And then you have the dual team bonus where you earn a payout against the activity of others. This is leverage. Okay, so you have a left team and a right team. When you earn 25 units on one side and 50 on the other, you position yourself for dual team payouts. Well, how do you get to that status? I mean, how do you get units? Well, you have a team that you're building, of course. Your net work is your net worth. Okay, the bigger your network, the greater your net worth. So every time anyone on your left team or right team acquires gold packages or other products, it creates units. When you have 25 on one and 50 on the other, as I described, you have a DTP, which stands for dual team payout. And those payouts can run into infinity. And how much are those payouts? It depends on the status package you have. As a VIP, I earn 80 euros, per payout, meaning roughly 101, 102 US dollars per payout. That's not per week. That's not per day. It could be per minute or per second, though, because you can earn up to 180,000 dual team payouts a week. How bad do you want to get paid? How bad do you want to build your legacy wealth into the future? Then we have the matching bonuses. Now, we talked about the gold match bonus, but this is the cash match bonus. See, I get a 5% bonus, and all of us as wealth builders do, just because other people got paid. And it runs via generations. So VIP all the way over to bronze, there are generations that you can embrace. You can go 7 generations into the matching bonus of VIP. You can go 2 generations in the matching bonus as bronze. All the status bearing packages do the exact same thing. It's just a matter of whether you want a hamburger or whether you want steak, whether you want 1-course meal or you want the full buffet. Okay. Well, how do you use your money? How do you get the money? Well, all the money that's amassed, all the commissions that amassed that are put on that beautifully crafted MasterCard there. And you also put yourself in a position to earn free grams of gold by saving consistently. And you'll learn more about that once you get your free gold savings account. Now, remember when I talked to you a moment ago about the relationship we have with Mercedes-Benz. Okay, Mercedes-Benz, the headquarters is just adjacent to the headquarters of Carabal's International. Well, we have a beautiful program. Once you register your free gold savings account, you're automatically a part of the Carabal's International automatic long-term incentive program. That long-term incentive program means that anytime you bring money to the system, your own ecosystem is tracked. And when you bring enough euro volume into the system, you end up earning one of these beautifully crafted gifts, or you can exchange it for its value in gold. And y'all don't understand. The reason why I talked about Mr. Dalco is because you see that C-class there? Mr. and Mrs. Dalco earned that C-class 40,000 euro Mercedes-Benz vehicle. We're wealth builders. We like the cars. We like what they can do. But they wanted the gold because it's the appreciating asset. You want to be in that position, folks. Listen, you can earn from Carabal's a villa built anywhere in the world with your name on the deed, keys in your hand, free and clear. This is an endless opportunity because it's unlimited income. Look, we're a 9-year-old company swiftly approaching year 10. 149 countries we operate in. You can be in business right along with us. Our products are delivered directly to your door by FedEx. Carabal's International is the #1 client of FedEx. Anywhere in the world our gold products are delivered, Carabal's the delivery is handled by FedEx. Matter of fact, FedEx has a department, an entire department in our building there. All our commissions are paid on that prepaid privately issued MasterCard that we showed you a moment ago. And there are more than 1 million of us worldwide in this opportunity. There are 8 billion people in the world, so I think you still got a lot of time to earn and learn. Get your free gold savings account. Because when you get that free gold savings account, you are made a part of a operating system. You receive free, no cost to you, a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week, multi-million-dollar worldwide software. And it helps you track the growth of your wealth. And you have a complete support system. You're in business for yourself, but never, ever at any time are you by yourself. All right. And again, no cost to register. It's free. I don't know anything that costs less than free. So you might want to take a look at it. And of course, our product, beyond the fact there's no monthly fees or expenses, our product is 24 karat, 999.9 pure gold bullion. Family, you're in the right place ahead of time. And I know the 3 things that you really want to do after seeing this is find yourself in this group of persons who want to save gold, who want to tell a lot of people and want to make a lot of money. What were the initials I asked y'all to remember? That's right. STM. Save gold, tell people, make money. It's just that simple. It's the business model that's been in existence for eons, but we have simplified it in the world of wealth builders because we help you to understand your net worth is only limited to your network. So learn this opportunity, tell everybody you'd like to share with it, and stay plugged in because we have trainings that go on every day in the week. Take a screenshot of that, save it in your wallet, save it on your desktop, because listen, you need to know how and need to know when things are happening in the world of wealth builders. And I'm welcoming you in advance to this opportunity. Now, there are some other things that you might have missed. You might have found something that was sensational to you in this opportunity, which I don't doubt that you did. However, there might be some things you missed because you were stuck on what sensationalized you. I get it. Come back and join us at 9 p.m. because Mr. Bustin' Loose himself, I'm talking about Al Murray, the coach of coaches. He will be here at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. And this is the station, www.goldrocks.info. You want to come to Planet Gold Rocks and make things happen for yourself. Okay, bring your family and friends, bring people that you want to explain the opportunity to, because I know you're fired up right now. You may not know how to explain it all. You just know, bring them back at 9 o'clock right along with you, and they'll be fired up with you. They'll be doing all them little giddy dances y'all doing at home. Look, you're sheltering in place. Nobody outside will know you're dancing like that. Okay, and then prepare yourself for Let's Go Weekend 10. Relentless is our theme, and we are virtual from all over the world. We'll be on the screen hugging, crying, laughing, fellowshipping, and learning at the same time. We have meet and greets. We have workshops. We have gladiator presentations. We have main events. Dr. Harold Constantine Sykes himself will be there along with many of the corporate staff from Karatbars International. It's going to be phenomenal. That's September 24th through the 26th. Get your tickets right now. That's right, right now. Right now is the opportunity. Right now is you better. www.letsgoweekend.com. And then, of course, get your paraphernalia, get your books. You heard a lot about this book, the Dream Chaser Manifesto. Mr. and Mrs. Todd Best made sure that was available. They paid for it. They're paying us in advance. You see, they're helping us. They're paying forward. They're helping us to realize our dreams while all of us on the planet to celebrate it together. You have that opportunity. Go to shop.mywbw.net, shop.mywbw.net, and let's get started. Open up your free gold savings account. Get back to the one who now. Embrace the webinars, embrace the trainings, embrace the presentations, and more importantly, embrace the economy under your roof. When you turn that key and go into your door, know that you have the opportunity right now to say, I'm the president of my household. I'm the head of state of my household. I'm the chairman of the board of my household. I'm the CFO, the CEO, the COO. I'm the BOSS in your household. As little Candace would say, boss it up. Thank you for your attendance. Peace and power. We'll see you on the next live stream. That'll just put you closer to the other side of money. Come join us. Thank you.